shadow box them off against each other, but ultimately we'll have to see how they go in the play-ins. I just think that ESC have so much experience together and are kind of ready to sink their teeth into some bigger matches, you know, bigger teams and whatnot, and really get the ESC brand boosted in a big way, and indeed trying to get back to their run of form that they were having towards the end of last year.
Yes, yeah, you're absolutely right. With that music, you know what it means. It's time to get this show on the road. I'm looking forward to seeing what this one's about. Can Inner Circle go 2 for 2 in terms of upsets? For me, it feels vastly unlikely, but let's see. I'm not going to completely discount them because, you know, I sort of already slightly discounted them heading in towards that mixed KS game, and they were able to pull off something pretty special. Slow move up towards A. Only one player here, by the way, so this could be a bit of a bloodbath in the wrong way. I think Sami's about to get completely overwhelmed. Wow, that is a quick shot.
Okay. All right, it's a decisive opener. Really dangerous look from that one frag. Can they hold on here? I mean, they're in such a good spot. You feel like they should be able to. Olim finds one round the corner. Lot of bodies, though. Oh, they'll all look to join each other. It was 4 in total on short. Got them red like a book here now. An Inner Circle Academy. Clean finds to open up and take the pistol. Ooh, maybe indeed. Raising a few eyebrows and making us pay attention here.
That first shot is absolutely ludicrous. Like, that is an absolute barn burner of a shot. Nays just absolutely deleting him. Wow. Fair play. Fair play indeed. Not an easy thing to do. I have a feeling with that typing, that might mean we're going into a tech pause, but regardless. Yeah, that is a crazy shot to be taken. Immediate stalking there. HLTV into Instagram profile. Every bit of information I can garner from them.
Who is this guy?
They lost the first round and they're like, all right, guys, lock in. What was that?
Yeah, start bringing up pictures from like 2013. What's this reel that you liked, bro?
Yeah.
What are you doing? You know?
The immediate check on the FACEIT is actually not even the FACEIT. The HLTV is hilarious.
Yeah, I bet that is it though. They're all a bit like, who are these guys? Don't really know. Nah, it'd be fine. And then in comes Nays with that P250 one tap.
Yeah,
just like, oh, it's gonna be like that, is it? Yeah, funny stuff. Very funny indeed. Well, we'll see how things pan out into the future round. Not a bad idea on the nades. Slightly delayed. They could have been huge. They were headed towards long, just not very fast in the Circle Academy. And, well, ESC, great read from them here to just completely reposition. Thinking that it would be a B lean after so much presence at long. But they have still been found out. Dishing some good damage despite losing the kills. So a question begins now for these pistols, right? Are we going to try and throw ourselves at it? Or is it maybe time to save once that bomb goes down?
Oh, body shot. Yeah, bomb goes down. I mean, depends. I feel like in a lot of situations like this, you kind of want to just try and get a gun. But they get picked apart and end up being flawless. Yes, a lot of damage dealt. Flawless round, nonetheless. Okay, then. 2-0 start. Really can't have any complaints about Inner Circle Academy at the moment. This is exactly what we want to be seeing. I do love it, like the instant tabs out and stuff in between rounds. It's the great thing about having these cameras. Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. I'm not judging you for it. I know people do it. I personally, I'm more I'm kind of essentially doing the same thing, but just on my phone.
Yeah. I just feel like I'm way more faster. I was going to say, that's not even English. Way faster on my computer, you know? I know where I want to go. I maybe even already have a little YouTube video open, watching it 30 seconds at a time or whatever, you know?
Right.
I don't know, is that more brain rot than just getting straight on the reels? Maybe.
I do get on the reels. I'll happily admit when I'm kind of like, you know, dead or whatever. I'll definitely jump on the reels and have a
You're
look
like
around.
Aware of the brain rot and kind of just having a good time. I maybe have a bit of a thing, maybe these guys as well, being pro players, about like trying to make it seem productive, you know, like watching an educational video.
Yeah, lying to yourself, I think is what they call that.
Yeah, a little bit. For sure. No, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those, I know I'm brain rotted and still I will brain rot. That's kind of how I I look at myself with it.
It's fair.
I'm in the know with the memes.
For sure. Esoteric gamer over here. Big buy from ESC in particular. And a pretty curious conversation now. What of Inner Circle Academy he got for us? Oh, trying to trade the bomb up there or something. And it's fallen apart a little. Look, if you're going to do all this messing about, you probably need the double doors smoke. Just saying.
True.
Lost a couple players very early on here.
I think the worry as well is that, like, I think it's kind of similar maybe in the, oh my god, Jesus, what a shot that was. What an opener by Lies Young. We highlighted him coming in towards this game. That's a ridiculous shot. Molly down. And the bomb plan as well. And actually how this round has flipped. That Lies Young second is absolutely stellar. It's a hopeful shot, to say the least. I really think that you have a chance of the jump shot there, and to get a headshot on top of that. But man, I want to see the replay of that swing on towards back black, because that is ridiculous, and it's single-handedly giving them that round. It looked dead with the opening double going the way of ESC, but that is now 4 on the bounce.
Yeah, this is crazy, man. Monstrous stuff from Inner Circle Academy. I mean, they're shooting back. I thought there was a fair chance it was just going to come down to that. To be honest with you, they are popping heads. I'm really excited to see what we've got in store for this one then. And long may it continue. We love an underdog story, especially in Academy, right? How many players get noticed, get picked up from this academy system? Not as dominant as it once was, of course, in terms of farming young players, but still can happen. And, well, FUT, talk of the town, team of the year so far in terms of, you know, people's excitement and the amount that they've been talked about. Sammy will take Epoch. Big little trade there. However, they've dropped away from B now. And the bomb is headed towards B, a weaker defended site over here. Oh, man. Caught with Molly in hand. They're flustered, bro. They are really flustered by what's been going on in the early rounds here. Reiko will find one back through the smoke. Thank God that keeps them competitive. He's got an idea as well to move through the smoke. He's denied. And with that, the round has to be over.
Surely. Yeah, see her getting run up right now. I sort of feel like they maybe took their foot off the gas a little bit to start. Maybe ever so similar to kind of what Mixed KS was doing. But, God, this Inner Circle Academy side going to hit hard. Hazel fall. Olympus lurking around. I think he might just take this orb and save. Save his loose term. Norse right idea. Olymp actually gets himself to safety. Just about. Will be chased on the way out. is another round for Inner Circle Academy. This T side is looking very, very good. And it's just, again, these B hits. Like, we kind of saw Mixed Chaos do the same thing. You find your gap and you just continue to expose it. It's the age-old moniker for if it ain't broken, don't fix it. And there's no point right now. You know, they are happy to just keep barreling in towards B until it stops, until it fails, until they find a way to slow them down. Nades will open things up. They try and cross 2 towards B, and it's an immediate drop on Moonwalk, who's 0-6 to start this off. But Sammy will get one back in blood. Down goes Epoch.
He's young. Oh, does get bested. However, the trades are pretty clean, and I see Academy showing that they can come in with a pace change up. They did so well a couple days ago with these types of rounds, you know, just keeping their opponents guessing. And the discipline, the flowchart, the protocols, however you want to look at it, the scaling, all these words we love going towards just looks so good. But the headshots as well are there to back it.
Wow.
And Inner Circle Academy going 6-0 here. Never thought I'd see something like this. ESC, I'm trembling, I'm sure.
Yeah, this side are absolutely flying right now in the Circle Academy. Like, I'll happily eat my words, because ESC have been a side that, like I said, like this side have peaked. It's like 37th in the world, I think, was like at one point their highs. And this is a team that were easy making a kind of run for being considered one of the best teams in Tier 2, and we're going deep into all the runs. I think they might have even won a CCT as well. This is a really solid Tier 2 team, and the lineup hasn't changed. What has changed the feeling in this game? The flashing is fantastic. Epoch, Naze kills a piece. Epoch once more. He smells it, and Diaka will dive in for one of his own. The last man of Moonwalk. Oh, caught by Lyseyoung. Lyseyoung right now, by the way, some of the shots he's hitting are absolutely ridiculous. And Epoch continues to be a real threat. 7-0. This is ridiculous what I'm seeing at the moment.
Yeah, I'm really surprised.
I think probably everybody is right now.
Like, yeah, maybe even they themselves, actually.
This Inner Circle Academy side have only played like domestic, you know, Ukrainian lands. That's basically it. Like this is monstrous what I'm seeing right now.
Yeah. Filth. Sure, man.
I'm loving it. This is wild, but it's great.
What we wanted, I suppose, in a way, is a little bit of that upset story. Just didn't think it was going to happen.
Who would have
at
thunk?
all.
Who would have thunk, mate?
Well, this is it. This is it. I mean, there's some interesting things to go over. Again, just the academy teams. I've seen them do this a couple times. Have great runs into a tournament. Put the prep work in, not to knock them down. I think the ESC. Let's maybe have a little bit of a dig here at where they're at in terms of like the tournament cycles and whatnot. So they have this. They've got a CCT coming up. They've got a European Pro League. They've got another CCT pretty quickly after that. Probably played a CCT game by now. Yeah. No, that was the last series. So their CCT will be starting very soon.
Sure.
Then they have the overlap if they do well in that CCT. So all I'm saying is I think that they maybe come into a tournament like this, look at the Cropper teams, and they go, okay, that's not where we need to focus our prep. That's not anything to worry about.
Yeah.
I see Academy opposite for them. Every opportunity is going to be 110%. And we're seeing where that can get you. And I think they're ready for this team, bro. I think they're very ready for the way that they like to play and how they set up. And look how simple this is. They're just beating the rotation of the nades. They do overlook the man at car. And he will get a couple here. Maybe a third on the card. A lovely AK is dropped at his feet. He will get taken down. Oh, but surely you feel has done enough. North's keeping it alive. 4 HP. Could not afford to miss that one. He's the only one left now, though. Surely not a chance. I think they might have a good idea that he is low here as well. Can he net the plant? Just kind of soften the blow slightly. Or will he go for it? He's going to try and go for it. Olim takes him from behind. And I praise them on their prep and their knowing of what's going on. and then they overlook the car position, so kind of making me look like a fool and themselves in the process.
Yes. Yeah. Oh. I just saw a black screen there. I don't know if you caught that. That looked like a monitor turning off.
Yep.
Happens to the best of us. bajmi does well. For him, really, you know, just continuing to buy time even after he got his initial double. Doesn't seem like whatever the black screen was that it was an issue though. I see the timer ticking down, so yeah, okay, not too problematic. Maybe just the black screen as you tab in or something like that. But finally, round of the board for ESC, and yeah, this entire rest of this first half is all about a recovery mission. On control taken, they're behind it as well, but there's no one from Inner Circle Academy here. They're playing this round considerably slower. It looks like they might potentially pop Dayaka and Lies Young through, though. It's only Olymp on the angle. Pop flash. Honestly, does nothing, but Olymp does nothing himself.
Yeah, a little weird. Going to be the long control coming in from IC Academy here. Working their way up. Samey. Ooh. Felt pretty on, but difficult to tell on a falling target, I suppose. Not load spotted again. Do they need to rotate everyone across here? They're not going to know that. Slow contact up. Smoke is going down. I feel like someone at the back might be at risk. Yeah, they feel that. Not going to dedicate everyone across, including that bomb, by the way. Oh, man. Just creeping under. Oh, the patience. Patience is what was needed there, to be honest. It's a really weird game state right now, and they lack a lot of info on this one on the CT side. They're going to try and fight back. Oh. They might just be able to find success with it. Bomb has yet to be planted.
They just found a couple of nice moments. One down. And now what? They're going to play very standoffish, but it's bajmi with a kill for him. Time ticking. Well, about halfway gone through now. Shoulder spotted. Naze will lose his head. Do they expect a double ramp play? Well, now they do. And Dayaka, nothing that he can do himself. Up on the angle. Surely no chance. He wasn't trying to spot his head out, but its Moonwalk will eventually see him off. Just about enough time. A decent recovery. Back-to-back rounds for ESC as they are slowly starting to warm up in towards this game. Like I said, though, it really is about recovering this half, right? For them, it's about... I think you probably... To feel really confident that it was just like a blip at the start of the map and, you know, you were just a little bit half asleep, you probably want to be getting up towards 5. I think with considering they went 7-0 down, if they can get 4 rounds out of this first half, a small little, I guess, kind of sigh of relief or a little, I guess, chill in that sense. I mean... It's tough.
Samey. Nice find onto Norths. ESC starting to pick up steam towards the tail end of this first half. Big round on the cards here. Money not quite built for the CT side. Money about to run out for the Ts. So it could be massive if IC can shut them down and just look back to the 10-2. But if this one goes, it's like, okay, it's recoverable half, broken bank, and Inner Circle Academy lose control.
Dayaka holding for a long push. Grouping, sure. You got the bomb on the back of Naze. You've got decent amount of utility. There's just bodies to meet them here. Surely there's no way through. Good timing on that molly as well. 25 seconds. Guys, you've got to go now. Even the thing with the smoke that Ipok trying to throw, like, you have to wait for that smoke to go first unless it plumes early. And then they come. One snipe down in towards CT. Molly in towards ramp as well. But if Fox got here for the first, and Lice Young one of his own as well, they overlook the guy in Goose. And that wins them the round. There's no time to plant. No, there's no time to plant. They've lost it. Lice Young couldn't pick up the bomb and get it down in time. So it's, what, half a second, quarter of a second on that?
Yeah,
but it's that overlook of the player in Goose that loses in the round.
Yeah, it just ticked into 3, I think, like pretty solidly. So it must have been 3 1/4. It's a shame. It's about as close as it gets on a plant like that. But as you say, sloppy work. They really just were not thinking about it. Lice Young was there, shot was landed, but the initial player just went barreling on in, maybe slightly panicked by the low time. And again, those are going to be the things, aren't they, that can get in your head as a young academy team. Have to be very, very wary not to panic in those moments.
Second time out taken by ESC, and I think, well, for them, they can feel a bit of this recovery. Oh. Hang on. That was Moonwalk if the HUD is right. So Zach turned tech here.
Yeah, a little awkward. Hope we're not going to be waiting too long to get back into it, as we like to say. Touch wood.
Yeah. One more round, though, on this first half, and I think you can take that kind of like small recovery with a bit of a smile for ESC, and you can kind of chalk it up to a slow start more than anything. But even still, it was a wild showing at the start with how well this Inner Circle Academy roster were kind of flying through these rounds. And I think it is sort of still that proof that we saw it happen with Mixed KS, and maybe even slightly here towards this one, that teams are sleeping on them. I mean, rightfully so, in the, like, you know, no offense, but obviously they are such a brand new team that you would come in very, very confident. You would come in, you know, being kind of like a tier 2 vet side the way ESC are, thinking, you know, we should have no issues here. But I think we're learning very rapidly, especially after the first game of the win and on the second game here and now with how well they started, that this side, they really do have something about them. We don't know the depth of it just yet, but at the very least, like what we have seen in the small increments of that 7-0 stars, that this team really can hit hard.
Yep, that's a good example of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Lovely way that they started. But yeah, maybe one to keep your eye on for sure in future here, folks, if they can get the quals and whatnot. But again, it's a bit of a tough situation. I'm sure these guys are absolutely gagging to get involved in tournaments, but I would imagine there's a pretty severe conflict of interest.
Yes, yeah.
On a lot of tournaments these days, unfortunately.
Yeah, it doesn't help that the Inner Circle main team
not
is
quite high
flying.
enough.
Yeah, they're flying down the rankings, not up the rankings. Like, that makes it so much more awkward. If they were like where they were like 6 to 12 months ago, where they're actually vying to get invites to like big tournaments, then yeah, the side absolutely could be in the kind of the contention to be playing like all your CCTs and whatnot, because the main team wouldn't need them. But yeah, now unfortunately they do.
This was the big one, of course. Made all of the difference in the end. There you go. There's a nice man looking at his funny videos while they're waiting.
Yeah. Gotta respect it.
Yeah. Everybody in the dark, though. I mean, it is dark here, so I'm sure it's dark on the continent, to be fair, but I don't know, man. I feel like I do generally play better with the lights on. It feels a bit wrong at a certain point in the day, but I'm generally casually gaming. If I was playing like professionally, I would have the lights on. I would be fully set up. You don't want your eyes straining in the dark. Crazy stuff. But if that's the way you learned, fair, I guess. It's hard. It's hard for me to get on board. I can't be doing this pitch black gaming, guys.
I think when I asked someone, I think a lot of people like it because the lack of distraction. Like it's the only lights, it's the only thing that you can be kind of like really focused on.
Yeah, but it's like reading in the dark and stuff. Trying to focus with your eyes when there's not enough light going on.
Yeah, reading in the dark makes sense. And then
it's like
because there's no light.
It's like blue light. Yeah. But reading in like low light. So let's say you had your monitor on and that's it, and you're trying to like read a book. That's what I'm sort of comparing it to, right? Or like the torch on your phone or whatever. It's just not as great for your eyes, I think, to be straining and like having to look. And then it is like blue light, which is also just a bit unhealthy to have that spam in your eyes constantly.
Yeah, no, for sure. I play with like kind of like not my main lights on, but like spotlights, kind of like a lamp essentially. Like I've got like 2 lamps on my wall basically, and I play with those on. So there's still light, but it's not like, because my room lights that aren't even on now, they are like blindingly. You know, you've seen them; they're so bright. That's a little bit too much.
That's valid.
But the little two spotlights.
Yeah.
Just heard someone leave. I think that was.
Yeah, hopefully we're getting that. Sooner rather than later is indeed what we are after here. But slowly getting there. As it is just, you know, maybe part of the reasoning, man. You know, you got these tech issues plaguing you coming into the map. Not starting off well enough to get this one done.
Yeah, moonwalk. It's 4 I can see on the icons there, which is yeah, it's rough. I will say, I wonder where these tech issues come from in officials, because I don't know about you, but like I've never crashed in CS and like had to restart my game.
I mean, I'd like to.
You tab out though, so that's
I'd like to say
you definitely
that.
will.
I have a little bit of a tab out. I had the issue with the bug where you would tab out and it just wouldn't like open the game again.
Yeah,
like, the process was still there or whatever on your taskbar, it just wouldn't open. I think that was pretty common for a while. Then I mean, my issue on the tech level, if I tried to, you know, go pro or whatever, would be like my internet for quite a while. To be honest, like just every now and then spiking pretty high. Maybe someone trying to download something or whatever, especially when my brother was in the house. So, you know, something like that would be my issue. And I get it. Perhaps in some countries and some places, similar to the UK, the infrastructure is not going to be as good. We've only just upgraded our internet and, you know, to like, I think 900 meg, which is very good, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
And then, of course, right, small rant here, not going to flame anyone in particular because everyone's got a bit of a job to do, but they've put the router, because of where the, like, box that they have to connect to, you know, on the other side of the street or whatever, on the opposite end of the house.
Yeah.
So I'm getting diminished speeds and, you know, my ping is actually a little bit higher than it was on the old system, which had the router much closer to me. So, you know, there's always going to be something, man. There's always going to be something. You'd be surprised.
There we go. Tech pause finally concluded, and looks like we can get underway. Yeah, there you go. All right, cool. Timer was confirmed. I was worried I had a little type after the timer started that it might have been called once again. Thankfully not. So now, let's get this penultimate round back underway. 7-2-3. They're looking for those final 5. That is a great nade, though.
Might be one of the best nades I've seen in a long time.
Oh, no.
Great position. And in from short as well. Oh,
wow.
My. Reiko coming around to eliminate them all. ESC are back after a long time out, but also in the game itself, closing the gap really well here. Should be able to net the 7-5 and getting a good feel for things. Taking them a while. Domination to begin. But this is now looking pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous. I think, again, you put yourself into a spot where when you started slowly in towards this game, obviously their confidence is taking a real knock, but a round like that, and especially if they can get a good ending here too, you maybe worry a tad. The Akka going to try and get out towards long. He's trying to punish, and he gets very close to doing exactly that onto Olymp. Who gets one through the smoke? Okay. That's brutal. Scout will spot him out, but miss the shot. That's a mental swing from Olymp, though. And ESC looking in a good spot now. For this 5th.
Yes, Orp trying to get involved. Flash comes in, and he's really looking for a fight here around this smoke, above this smoke. As it starts to dissipate now. The angle would be there. He hears the scout. And that is his fight. Sammy, is he going to get a flash in? The answer is actually no. So they give his position up, a reposition. It's Olymp who's begging for the AWP, I suppose, and will lose his head. Samy's here like, for goodness sake, man. I could have done that. Okay, and it's maybe crumbled a little. 2-on-2. Oh, wow, they overwhelm. I mean, yeah, that's got to come off the back of, like, Olymp being like, yo, I'm low, can I get the AWP? And they give up the position, and they lose track of the players, and then the AWP does nothing, and it just falls apart there. Comms a bit all over the place. Maybe a slight bit of arguing between them, you might think. Still, bajmi here. Positionally, could clutch up, but not going to happen. Lovely little move, and it will be 8-4 in the end for Inner Circle Academy. That's definitely enough.
Yeah, honestly, great round recovered there. Like, it kind of feels like they should have no way of getting in towards that, and the round sort of choked away. ESC, at times, have kind of felt like their own worst enemy. That's another one of it. You get the opener, you just have to play time, and also just play the numbers. In a spot like that, playing for the trades will be your absolute best friend, and they do anything but. 8-4. If you don't get a pistol here, Inner Circle Academy honestly should be taking this first map. They'll give themselves such a nice little headway to do exactly that. So, goes without saying, I'm pretty damn concerned.
Julie spamming away, maybe a little early. North does still manage to get 2, but yeah, I feel like just gives up so much position to go that early, and you can see ESC capitalizing on the fact that B is left very vulnerable. In through the tunnels come the remaining 2, and they're here very fast. They will be known about, or at least one. Second, still unknown. Naze has got his angles. Super well found, and it's all the Akka who's going to try and sneak in, but I think they've now been seen. Finds the key kill at Car. Can Naze land the headshot? The answer is no. Sammy deletes him, and ESC get the pistol.
Yeah, okay. ESC needed something. I think you're right. Maybe the spam on the dually is like a second too early on the start because it was that kind of run out of ammo. For ESC, with that pistol and most likely the force to follow it, as it looks like Inner Circle Academy aren't going to invest in here. Yeah, ever so slight buy. Lies Young with a deagle. P250 for Diaka. So small buy, but for the most part, a save. It really looks like they might be giving themselves a bit of a runway. Flash over. Sammy for 1. Make that 2 with the support of bajmi. A beautiful shutdown towards long. ESC, a quick 6th put on the board.
Yeah, looking good. They're really putting themselves in prime position, moving on to this T side as well. I think there's a big argument that they might be able to make this very, very competitive, very difficult for Inner Circle Academy to get in. They've gone for the early rifle. And they're going to have to find it for my money. Otherwise, this map suddenly looks more and more like a loss for them. He's on your... Might get a chance to chime in. We'll see. Nice little nade to kick things off in the lower tunnels. For now, just like the usual kind of default here towards the airdrop site.
Smoke for that. Mid to B. Being thrown, but they'll move up in towards short. Flash round. Oliver is just kind of flying around with this Mac 10 to see what he can find here. And it is a bonus buy, so for ESC, any sort of kills you're getting around with this would be great. Nasal thread the needle, the two players in Longhouse, but it's Ipoku opens up proceeding. Olymp finally goes down after running around. Shadow spotted. Nade will come round. Could do some significant damage here. And does on towards Moonwalk.
Crazy work. Hop shot misses here through the smoke. Nays looking to try and find another. Diaka caught off by the flames, and the spam through is able to find another, and maybe another. Uh-oh. Wow. ESC. It looked very, very unlikely at one point. And they managed to battle back in a big way. Inner Circle Academy unable to land the important spray downs, the important shots. It breaks apart. North is here, looking to take a couple. Does manage one, and I think they might give him the save just because there's players that are really quite low. I say that. They are after him now, and he does just get caught off in the end. 8-7. As ESC will find themselves in a really good spot all of a sudden.
One round game. 3 to start. I mean, this fourth will come as an absolute freebie. No real surprises we get that first time out. And I think, especially considering not this round, but the one to follow, if that gun round goes badly, probably see another pause taken by Inner Circle Academy, because they'll realize that they're losing track of this game quite quickly. And considering the start they had, remember, there's 7-0 out the gates, right? You know, it was a really one-sided showing. ESC finally showing them the respect they deserve in a way and properly locking in. Yeah, one round game should be very comfortably tied up here, you see, as long as they don't overplay their cards. Much better firepower. He doesn't even have an armor, for example, so they shouldn't really have too much of an issue with this. But Diaka's going to get in below. Missed shot with the orb. Same he is dead to right. Moonwalk's in trouble. Oh my god. Opening double. Opening triple have gone the way of ESC. That is ridiculous. Olymp will get his, but he takes a dink before he does. He's looking for more. They're going to lose it. I can't believe it. That's the round done.
Damn. This is wild. ESC. Oh, man. Just in prime position, weren't they? Just to keep this rolling, find the lead, and smoothly work through the second half. They let a very, very silly one slip away. That's going to allow Inner Circle Academy to keep them at arm's length and restart the conversation about picking up the D2. Yeah, this is really, really challenging now. Probably just a save for bajmi, unfortunately. He does have a decent chance of making it to A, but you won't know that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, going to save things away. And Inner Circle Academy, meanwhile, have spread out, found some more guns. Really looks scary in an instant.
Can't believe how rapidly this round fell apart. Man alive. 10 seconds to save. It looks like it'll be okay. I'm just considering, will Young go to his right? Oh my god, he will. Young is looking this way. He's picked up an AK. They were so close to each other. Young's back turned. He's round the corner. Oh my god. That'll be funny for the likes of Young. He's picked up an AK and we just rounded that corner. Either he's dead or bajmi, but that's a terrible round to throw away for ESC.
Alrighty. Let's see now. Inner Circle Academy really could crush the dreams here. They win this one cleanly, deny a bomb plant away. It's going to end up being a really one-sided affair. Yeah, Pock down middle. Big find from him. Drops the bomb early. Will take some damage on the way out and actually going to lose his head as the AWP was trying to cover him kind of from the wrong direction, unfortunately. Will survive itself. Young here to cover his man. And they have fallen into the trap as they try and burst up short and chase that AWP down. Actually ends up giving a good couple of kills across to that CT side. 4-on-2 now.
Olymp. We'll drop Diaka. Bajmi gonna hold for a short push, which will never come. Bomb should be able to be recovered, and it looks like the only real place you can go is to finish towards A now.
Hold on.
Dive through. Bajmi finds North. 2 versus 2. It's just the fact that Olim's tagged, but oh, there might be a chance depending on that kill.
Oh!
How has he got away?
Jesus. I mean, Nay's getting the look and the unlook, I suppose, of the round. He misses a shot, but does live that one. And Nay doesn't quite make it to Olymp. It was on the wrong side of the site. And he takes 3 HP off of him, so we are back on. Young, though, he's been having a great game, hasn't he? Flash comes over. Try and give them some space in. He is looking slowly for his head. Locates one, knows about the other. Low HP for Olymp. Young trying to keep his cool and will take him down. Lovely moves, bails them out. That's a hell of a lot closer than it should have been.
Yeah, way, way closer. Good effort by ESC team, get a plan out of that, but 10-7. 3 rounds ahead, 3 rounds away. It's getting concerning now. We're on for this real upset, and I mean, taking this first map would be wild if Inner Circle Academy can do that. Feels so unlikely, you know, initially the way things were kind of set up, and even with this recovery that ESC were put into, like, you know, we spoke about it, that one round out of nowhere would have completely changed the narrative. Need to be smoked. Molly for the closed door as well, but no presence. They can actually make their way up towards short for free. Oh. Well, that's if Oliver can make the jump, that is.
No one saw a thing. It was all intentional. Like an info jump, man. They're back with the mid to B smoke. So maybe they're doing it for real this time, and indeed they will. It's a double stack up here. Look at these angles. Oh, man. Absolutely red. They might get stabbed in the back. It doesn't matter, though, as it's just Moonwalk on the Deagle, who is kind of just the full sell contingency plan. He does take one, but that's all he's going to get. Inner Circle Academy, perfect read, perfect setup for it, man. Looking absolutely brilliant as they now move up to 11. And ESC with hardly any cash to work with. Oh boy, this is really getting serious now.
Two more rounds, and actually, if you look at it, they're going to go for the force buy. I wasn't sure if they'd save and try and play for OT, but in doing so, that needs to be a kind of a 5-round run to get back into things, which is too big of an ask. Tries to block the smoke, then Naze, but actually kind of does it too late. Out towards long. Corner that mouse one. Diak is so blind, but he will get one for it. Might have actually even tagged up bajmi once there too. That's an AK scooped up. Which ESC they'll absolutely take, considering how rough their buy is.
Puck. Holding out here on the corner. Oh, the molly will reach him. Forced into a fight. Doesn't take any. Wait a moment. Naze on the AWP, however, is still in the conversation. There's one down on the site. A smoke here. I don't know. This is getting weird. Least Young comes in from behind, though. The flank that had been cooking for a while that we just were not ready for. They were not ready for. And again, they look to this guy to bail them out. Really delivering when it matters. He quickly rotates to short. And so Reiko is worried about long, but it's no longer a point of contention. Both players coming in from short. Molotov is not in the right place. There's one available for Least Young here. Gonna get a smoke on top of the bomb, but Reiko able to isolate the fights. They don't play it well enough in the end. I would have loved to see that molly go in at Goose, to be honest. You know, molly the site, molly Goose. You can do it from a similar kind of spot. That's tough. That's very, very tough.
Pretty ridiculous that we're kind of seeing where... again, ESC, they're not dead just yet. They don't have this belief that they can't do it. And what a round to take. We spoke about how that low buy round for Inner Circle Academy broke the back of ESC and, in a sense, gave them this real run, right? Will this do the opposite? It's a kind of a lowish buy round that has worked. And it's Reiko who closes the previous round, who opens up this one. But Naze is there to drop Moonwalk. He's having a real strugglesome performance.
Yeah, been tough. He's definitely maybe had some connection issues coming into it. And then he dropped out. Could be part of it, right? Affects the mental for sure. MP9 with a really important kill to keep him in the conversation here. Flash coming in. He'll fly forwards and try to keep control of this B bomb site. It'll be easier said than done here. He's ready for the fight. He's only got 6 bullets. He's just looking to buy time, looking to distract away, and he's done as much as he can. Naze collapse to close it out. They're so very capable here, proving time and time again that they are rightful victors. It's not a fluke. They are getting return rounds. They are shutting them down. They are finding plenty of individual moments against ESC here. Getting more and more legit as this goes on.
What a wild, wild series of rounds that we continue to get. Well played, the Naze. But yeah, like you said, they just line up. Inner Circle Academy, credit to this side. They continue to really impress me. Like, I thought that first series against Mixed Chaos was great, but Mixed Chaos are quite one-dimensional, right? You know, we know they're a bit whole W, and that's where they get, well, the success! Double nade! To open up teams, they're flying into a shot. This is the beginning of the end for ESC. They're surely dead to rights here, and surely they are. And Olymp will be dropped by Naze, 13-8. What a statement by Inner Circle Academy. Starting off well, their map pick at the Dust2. We said it's a bit of a punish, but that is a great one to be taken. And now we are really left kind of scratching our heads a little bit. That is a really interesting predicament, because that's an opening map which is, for the most part, taken quite comfortably. And even despite the streak of rounds taken by ESC, absolute better team in towards that Dust2. And it's really opened up a couple of doors now as well, and a couple of question marks about ESC. We got some decent performance from Reiko, but outside of that, it was pretty drastic. And in particular, of course, Moonwalk couldn't really get going, and he was the main superstar in their previous game here in this tournament. Flip side, though, you know, for Inner Circle Academy, Lies Young lights out. Like, that kid looks legit. So definitely worth keeping an eye on for. We're heading in towards Nuke, though, and it is the pick of Inner Circle. Oh, no, so the pick of ESC. And it's a pretty decent map for them. Inner Circle Academy, I don't know, Harvey. We don't know what to expect. They've never played it.
It's true. But I think this is a team that continues defying expectations. So
who knows?
We'll hold our breath on that. Yaka. Oh, lovely little bait from him. His teammate goes down because of said bait, and he will get checked. So that's unfortunate. It's a nice idea to try and take multiple and be in a great spot in the post plant. It's denied away. bajmi having a crazy round here. Just keeps them coming. God damn. bajmi going wild. Lee Young, our standout player from the previous map, is denied anything in this one. And ESC to pick up the pistol.
Yeah, no holds barred in this one. It's good to see, I think, for the ESC side as well, to come into a round like that and kind of fly in towards the fight. So I think it's exactly what we want to be seeing, right? This is a team that can definitely set a bit of a toning, can play very, very aggro, and prove what they're all about. And that's a bit more of a look into it. So, nice start. I'm going to buy it for the CT side. That's probably the right move here. I'd rather them get the guns out as soon as will dive in with the deagle, but nothing to be found with it.
Thoughts on this R8? I think we saw him have like one round of an R8 in their earlier matchup. Not in this one thus far, unless I missed it.
Yeah, no, not
so far.
Suppose
could have it equipped as well as the deagle.
Yeah, yeah.
Thinking about that today, like these days.
Oh.
Ah, there you go. Lovely little bait. So the R8's good for something. Distracting people, I suppose. Just one kill comes round ESC to make quick work of that.
Constellation kill. He's as good as it gets. So, yeah. A 2-0 start, but they're keeping cash on deck to buy in towards this one. Let's see what they've got for us. Circle Academy, we got 2 MP9s out to bolster up the util alongside the 3 rifles. Only the 1 kit in play, worth keeping an eye on that.
MP9 looking to get a little frisky here. However, does have to be careful. I think he knows that. So there's a threshold that he doesn't necessarily want to push past. It'll be a straight up burst coming in. They are stacked on top of each other, to say the least. Molly comes through to force the silo player away. Hipok on high, loses track, but still finds 2. Maybe a saving grace for them, maybe not. Depends how the rest of the team performs. Diaka waiting. The second Molly air bursts. He's all by himself now, though. I think a little step heard up there. Reiko will take him down. And the problem here, ESC looking miles above in terms of the comfort, in terms of the crispness of their peaks, and in terms of the start as well. So, yeah, it's a difficult one to contend with, as there is a fair chance that Nuke might be a very, very different story.
Yeah, ESC are relentless in the pace right now. Also, I've got a bit of a low buy. Going to go check out our partners at Lorgar. Everything with your gaming needs. Also running a giveaway as well. So click that banner down below. If you're from one of the regions, you might get a chance to win some cool stuff. PC, gaming chair, even a racing rig. Lies Young. Nice shot by him. Tuck himself up close. Flash avoided, but he can't avoid the swing of Moonwalk.
This one's got legs to it, though, for the Inner Circle Academy, man. I really am worrying for ESC. They've got very little control of anywhere. Gonna try and head down below. Diaka is down here. The flank coming in as well. Big from Diaka. It's crosshair set for the crouch peek, mind you. So really knows what's up. And now he's set on a different angle again. Another beautiful spot. Able to take some damage and dip back. What are they going to do? I mean, they do... Oh, drop his teammate. He does well to get another. Surely that's got to be enough. Moonwalk is gagging for another kill before he tries to get that bomb down. And he will be denied it. Inner Circle Academy. Low buy victory for them once again. Might give them the springboard they need.
It's a wild and kind of rogue round, but I think you're right. You could kind of see the blood in the water a little bit. Head shake there by Olymp. Yeah, you could see something potentially brewing a tad, right? Because, as you put it, that lack of control. A couple of shots is all that was required. Zipoku started well for Inner Circle Academy. We're waiting to see what the rest are looking like. But the big man of Lies Young will fall. That's a very important kill to get. Swing into Dayaka. You can only get one. Quick trade. He'll lose his life outside. Epoch falls to Samey. That's a very quick reaction. Oh, and Norse needed that too.
Damn. Thrown in the bin, maybe. After another contestable round. But yeah, this is now very ESC sided. And Naze with that smoke coming in, I think maybe is going to confirm the round. Really was his only way to have a little bit of a look in. Does not work. Should be able to save. Unless they really, really deeply hunt for him. I don't think they will be doing that. Their money also is not perfect. So it's an immediate response though, right? That's the thing. Inner Circle still has yet to get a rifle. So they're struggling in that department. Yeah,
like it's good, you know, for Inner Circle. Like, if you'd got yourself a follow-up round off the back of your slightly rogue pickup, then we're saying, okay, that's great. That's put you in a decent spot. But the fact that it's an immediate response from ESC, that's put them into a position where now, again, they can continue building on this T-side lead. That one, like, blip on the radar, it doesn't make too big of a difference for us. Save is successful. Silver lining there, but realistically, ESC are still loving life. And maybe this is, you know, a map where, for Inner Circle Academy, we've kind of been slightly building on it a bit, where we know, or at least the understanding is that this side, still pretty new, don't have loads of reps, don't have, you know, tons going on in that sense, because they just don't get that many tournaments to play. Like, they might just not be well versed on this map just yet.
Picking up the pace, trying to catch something off towards B. They will slow it down and not fully chase after this player. Got to know about Diaka. He's been having a difficult time on B, I think it's safe to say. They've been hitting the B bomb site a bit more than he might like so far in this half. Loads of utility coming in. He's kept at bay. Here's them step in. Does he have the angles to maybe deny the open plant? I'm going to find out. Tap comes in. He's just fully giving the space up. It's Epoch who finds the first and actually drops that bomb with his dangerous spray. Oh, they'll try and take him down. They get ahead of the Molotov here. Samey to find one. Tracked him for this next man as well. Going to get him two. Is bested eventually. Just too many targets. The bomb still spilled out in the open. Absolutely unretrievable. They have to hit some crazy headshots, and they just cannot. Lee Young's crept in and found the second for the CT side.
Fair play. Fair play indeed. The big thing is making sure that this isn't a one-off, as it was earlier. Making sure that you can continue building upon this. We'll say, ESC already 4 rounds out of the first 6 played. You're pretty happy with that, but you can kind of see now where that knock-on effect has come towards the finances, because 1 AK, 2 Galils, taking out on the MAC-10. It's a hobbled together force buy, and this is a wild move. Off the back of the nade, Epoch will dive through Heart. Bajmi, he's going to clear this, but it's whoever reacts first. And it will be Epoch for 1. Gets it and gets out too. Fair play. Oh, and Lies Young outside was being sprung upon by Moonwalking Raiko, and he survived the onslaughts. Olim surely dead to rights, and he is. And it's the same for Samey. Inner Circle Academy. There's the back-to-back round we were looking for.
Yeah, absolutely bang, bro. That's crazy stuff. They, again, proving that they do have it. Taking a bit of time to get going. Couple in a row. Still not the best. You know, you want more than that. But at least it is a starting block. He's young. Good to see him. Also looking good. Great spray transfer, actually. Able to follow the nature of the AK, the natural progression of the AK spray. Really well done. And a hell of a lot harder than people think. Really got to know that spray and how it acts and how it wants to react, I suppose, to what you're doing. Nays to open into this one. That was the one deagle for this round.
Oh, God. It's a risky cross. Outside. Nice Young. Dive and a find. Epoch, nice work from him. And that'll all but conclude this round. To be honest. Bajmi dead to right. Had no chance in hell. Now, Harv, I've been doing a bit of research while that eco was on. And I went and found Inner Circle Academy on FACEIT, right? And they don't play a hell of a lot of kind of like tournaments generally. However, I found their best maps. Statistically, their best maps actually Overpass, but it's not one of their more played ones. But one of their highest played ones that is also statistically one of their best is Nuke. 55% win rate they've got on it. So no official, sure, but they've got some decent reps. Last time they played a Nuke as well, this was... I don't even know where you see the date on this website now. This is kind of crazy. Anyway, they won 13-1. And it was Lies Young who went... yeah, okay. He dropped a crazy amount of kills. I don't have to split it by a map. This website's all new to me. But, yeah, 13-1 on Nuke. The last time I played it. So, I'm sleep on them just yet. Could be very interesting. Before that as well, had a 30-11 loss on Nuke. But, still, it seems like a good map. And it seems like, in particular, it's a good map for Lies Young. But judging by where he's playing, he's actually the outside into main rifler. It makes sense why he's actually the top of the kind of stats in their recent performances and already now joint at the top 2. He's in the highest impact position. Like, he should be doing the most work. Norths finally gets his first kill on the board, and Ipok got onto for one of his own. A swing from North, losing his life. Ipok couldn't make it another. Nice Young and Nays now with it all through, but Olim's dived down in towards B. Bomb on his back. He looks like he's going to plant here, but Nays has got other ideas. He was lurking down towards that lower site. And 25 seconds, like, right, go, this shouldn't be possible. Flash will come out. Nays will hold for that off the back of the swing. He can molly in towards back silo to make that plant all the more uncomfortable. Bomb picked up. Head spotted. He wants to try and bait out a shot. Oh, my God. That reaction on Lies Young is nutty. Thankfully, Nays is there with a Tech 9.
Yeah, damn, I mean, ESC also able to get in with some angry shots and sharp shots, of course. Inner Circle Academy to take the lead. This is once again opening our eyes to perhaps what they are capable of. A lot of work been done in this series for them, and as you say, another potential trap in the map. So they have to be very, very aware. Very, very careful. He's looking very good. Of course, shout out to Lorgar. You can get on, use their platform to meet your mates, customize your devices, all in one place. Speaking of one place, we've got the A bomb site opened up by ESC. They look for a bomb plant. They're going to fake things away and just try and draw in more and more fights to Flash as well. Not quite perfect, but you can see they're desperate for a man advantage. Desperate to lock this one in. The Orp's got other ideas. It's all going to be on to Lies Young. You got to respect this guy and what he's capable of. Moonwalk round the corner finds him, though. And ESC will even it up on the lower buy.
Needed something a little special, and they'll get it. Lies Young, it was just unfortunate. A little bit too big of an ask for him there. Even if he got that first on the right-hand side, the player that's took just outside of heart, like, he just doesn't need to peek, and time was ticking. 5-all, tied game. And honestly, this being a bit of a back-and-forth affair now does benefit ESC. Now, they've hit 5 rounds on T side, which no seems to be happy with, to be perfectly honest. Raiko continues to have a great series. He's good in map 1, and he's great again here, 12-6. To begin things. with the orb. He doesn't realize as he tunnel vision towards lower, his legs are spotted. There's an orb down there, and also reclaiming the space, and he gets a second. Nice work by him. He's piling on the pressure. Goes in front of the nade. Dayak gets a freebie. That's the bomb as well. Smoke down. Uh-oh. Yeah, we're in trouble here. Swinging ahead of it. Down goes another. And it's Inner Circle Academy who respond well. It's very chaotic rounds, but Inner Circle, like, if you want to fight, they'll absolutely bring you the fight.
Continuing to impress, man. Very, very, very happy with what I'm seeing. And again, just continues being testament to that academy system and why there is a keen argument for it to stay. What kind of an effect it can have. You know, we've got some real stalwarts of the tier 2 scene being bested by some young guns, bro. Because I think they're in the right environment to nourish the talent. Least Young in particular is one of those talented individuals. He really splits the difference between all three there, I think. But yeah, all the same, he is going to find an opener and some good information.
Yeah, I'm going to say information, I guess, is that they're all gathered there. Only going 1-4-1. You can see they send a player down lower, which is the right call because in comes the T side. They'll take secret control, and they're not exactly going quiet about this. Epoch will get a molly down, a smoke behind it. And also with that smoke as well, it means they can't do any of those sort of gimmicky boosts around the corner to clear angles. Epoch. They could be good. No, it is good. Nice bit of chip damage. That'll make Raiko now enter into a one-tappable swing up by Olymp. That is bold. Really is. Oh, Epoch's going to get around the corner. Flash as well to try and run away, but they're actually dipping back up towards the A site because Olymp had already given them space here. Dayak is in behind. Does he clear close? No, he doesn't. Nice find by Olymp.
Oh, Nay's going to go down. That might just seal the deal on this one. If Park moves up quick.
Good effort.
Takes a lot of damage. Yeah, it's not an easy kill to get, honestly, coming out of the vent like that. More damage coming in now, though. Sure, it's not going to happen here. He buys time. That nade's on the wrong man. Does a lot of damage, though. Does not spot the edge of the player there. That is unfortunate. I think it was certainly visible, but, you know, trained in on your crosshair. Either way, they don't fluff it up. 6-6. And although it's exciting, although it's competitive, 6 rounds on your T-side's pretty damn good.
It is. Statistically, like, the second most seeds on the map in the pool. Like, to get 6 rounds, most teams would be pretty happy with that. Like I said, we don't really know information-wise what to gather from Inner Circle Academy, so I have no idea really how decent this sort of T-side is going to look. I wish I could actually have a look at like a breakdown of CT and T-side, but I can't.
He's fuming. He just wants ESC
God,
back.
Bring it back. So good for looking at stats and stuff. Seems like as well, interestingly, this side, which was regular season. Oh, okay. They finished top 4 in. What is this? Regular season of what? It just says ESCA League. That's it.
Could be open. Don't know.
What is this? Entry? Is it entry? Oh my god, this website's doing my Sweden, mate. 11-3 they went in the regular season. Went 4-1 in playoffs. Like, it's pretty solid stuff.
Yeah. Fair. There's something to him, man. There's something to him. If nothing else, a couple of the names.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, okay. It was entry. In the same league.
So what, entry means open?
Yeah, basically. Right. It's like entry's like 1 above open now, technically.
Right,
but like Open's now split into 3 different categories. It's like open 1 to 8, which is like kind of like open levels 1 to 8, and then open level 9, and then open level 10. And then entry is like the first level of where like people are like kind of competing, and then you got obviously inters, main, advanced, and then finals is what they've got now, which is, I don't know, does finals then count as like, well, it's not Pro League, but then it's also not the cups? I don't know. Who knows what finals is? There's nothing in finals, so I'm assuming that's not happened. But worth mentioning, they went 11-3. LPH, we just saw, went 12-2. So LPH had a better entry season than Inner Circle.
Yeah, interesting.
But then Inner Circle had a better playoffs than LPH.
That's where it matters.
Let's see, who do they beat? They got a bye round 1, beat DNA. They beat the number 2, actually, which is pretty impressive. The number 2 in the regular season. I'm a problem. Do we recognize any of these guys? No. But they beat them, which is pretty sick. I can't scroll on this website as well, which is really... Oh, here you go. It's down here. Yeah, unfortunately, they actually lost in the semis. That's rough.
Yeah, that is a little unfortunate.
To Banger Gang.
Okay.
Mini. Is that Mini as in... I don't know. Is that the right Mini? No, I don't think it can be. No, yeah, it's retired... according to Halo TV, retired Turkish player Mini.
Interesting name.
Not retired though, because he's 1 entry.
Yeah. The whole thing. It's pretty good. Could be back. Love of the game. It's got to be a bit annoying, you know, when you're like on the rise and you got some guy just love of the game.
Yeah.
Semi-retired.
Top player was Hatex, who's like never even really played for a team. Kind of crazy. Played for Misa.
Yeah, I mean, they'll get there. I feel like entry can't be any better than like intermediate, maybe is.
It's below it.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So,
but no, I what I'm saying is I don't think they are going to get there because these guys are all like pushing 30 and retired on Halo TV.
Yeah, yeah.
I think they're probably playing for the love of the game, but had a decent run.
Yeah, yeah. You got to be winning those, man. If you're on the up and coming, you got to be winning those.
Yeah, for sure. That's where you make the like real name for yourself. I remember one of my first ever casting gigs way back in the day was casting for a site called Nordavind, who are to date the only team ever to win advanced flawlessly without dropping a map. The entire thing, including playoffs.
Yeah, good for them. Yeah, that's got to be like HS and maybe 10 ski people like that.
Yeah, I think actually potentially was NATO Sapphics on that team as well.
Could have been at some point. I think it was a bit of a like became a tier 2 decent org at one point.
I think it was like HS, NATO Sapphics, Tensky, Fates as well.
Yeah.
And then Croman maybe was the other one, potentially. Either way, we're into this pistol after an extended attack timeout, and it's a 1v2 now for Lies Young. He avoids the flash, he thinks. Actually, he does catch him. Oh my god, it's chaotic. He'll deal some damage, but that'll be about as good as it gets. It's ESC who start off the CT side. Well, loosely, I mean, they get there.
Yeah, really, really great look from the CT side. I think they're just able to, again, get those individuals rolling. I see Academy will be kicking themselves. It started pretty strong. Couldn't finish it. Maybe didn't have a game plan once they got out onto the site. You know, where do we focus? Where do we try and get the bomb down? And a few gaps crop up. bajmi. Looking good as he nearly gets jumped on, but not going to be the case. There is a Deagle in the conversation here, but that is about it. Inner Circle Academy should be looking at a pretty important rifle in just a moment here. As the T-side's going to have to start popping off real quick. You can see this one getting away from them if they are not careful. ESC looking to take it over the line, take us to that third. Mapping Anubis that I think, again, they'll feel like they just have a much better experience to gauge from, to work from, with a decent win rate and already playing it a couple days ago in this very tournament. So, yeah, we'll find out if that is indeed going to be needed.
Back into the buy, though. This is bold. It's just bold. Moonwalk's flying in. He's now being spotted, though. At the same time that he goes for lobby control, they're moving the way outside, but Moonwalk isn't stopping. Down he gets quickly, and Lysion going to get dinked.
Young still feeling himself on this one. There's a nade with his name on it if he's not careful, but he takes the head off. Oh. The MP9, nearly all of them. Nearly all of them. They are bailed out by Diaka. Important kill for him to find. That would have been the bomb as well. Meanwhile, Epoch gaining ground. Up in heaven. I think he will have been missed. Samey spots out one. His position now going to be known, and the Heaven player looking for him. Oh no! Oh no! Disaster! Oh, I really don't know where he's getting shot from, though, I suppose. An Epoch a decision to make to go flying in towards A. He decides no. Look towards B, but Olymp is still down there. It's, again, very questionable stuff. 25 seconds. And Olymp just chilling. Diaka does not have a lot of time. He's got to start moving. They need to deal with Olymp. They must know that he's around because they're playing very patiently. Olymp going to have a look. Will he open the door? No, he's just waiting, biding his time for the plant to come in. Can he deny it? He's going to try, but does not find the tracers. Oh man,
damage.
Does a lot of damage. They're so lucky to be alive, but Diaka will deny. And that is skin of your teeth stuff. What, about 27 HP the difference there? That's crazy.
How do they get away with that? Really feels like in that situation they were doomed. And somehow, some way, that one smoke that's thrown out as well makes, honestly, kind of really all the difference. Fair play. The first gun round does well. I guess you can make the argument that's technically a bonus for ESC, but credit. Absolute credit. Inner Circle Academy. They started proving what they're all about. They continue to be, I mean, such a threat to deal with. Lysung down and quick.
Really gained a lot of ground here.
They have. I don't think it's going to be expected at this kind of pace either. Now doors open, they're wearing alert to it, but Olymp gets caught on the swing, on the cross. Naze is crossing with the bomb in his hand. That could have been a little bit perilous, but it isn't. Epoch's lurking towards top side. He knows there's another round here as well, and on the swing, Moonwalk will lose his head.
Got some great ideas here once again on the Inner Circle Academy side. Slowly roll in. They slowly build up. And they look pretty good while doing so. More heads rolling. Epoch on the top is the one that does God's work, dropping all these guns, making sure they can't save. Very impressive stuff. As Inner Circle Academy going to even up. ESC, again, quaking in their boots as the rounds get better and better, cleaner and cleaner. Solid conditioning. Great little B move there that just really was not thought about, not considered at all.
Vibes are looking good towards Inner Circle Academy. They're starting to figure out, it feels, this T side, and I'll figure it out well. ESC, I see that one rifle to work with on Raiko. Kits, bit of util for him. Samey will investing towards some util as well. Essentially a half buy to low buy type of round. Raiko's going to try and get really, really aggro, and that is probably their only chance in the round that hits the deck quickly. And Hitbox very quickly snuck himself on towards A. Nays will find one, and that is surely the round now.
Molly goes in, keeps him at bay. And that should be all they have to worry about. bajmi looking for one kill. He's begging. So is Diaka. Team Ace on the cards here. Haven't seen one of those in a while, actually. All the same. Inner Circle Academy to take the lead. And they look pretty scary while doing so. Building up some cash. Really excited to see what they might have in the back pocket. Cheeky catch at the end. Don't know if he makes it away. Yeah, I was going to say. Tried his best. Some hops coming in there. I think there was an AK on the other side of that wall waiting for him. Anyway, all the same, it is the round going the way of the T side. So now this is where it really does get serious. I think if they can eliminate every player, if they can keep it decisive as they have the past couple of rifle rounds, this could be the beginning of the end, to be honest with you, if ESC are not careful.
I think it's spot on. I couldn't agree more. No aggro lobby crunch this time. Util will come through short. He's just holding for a sneak out from the smoke, which they won't be getting. They themselves are moving through the smoke, and that's the bomb. Little too easy for Olymp. He gets one. He'll run away. And why wouldn't you just shore up that department? But look at this. Oh my god, Lice Young's lined up two of them. There could be a third there, but Sammy will rotate over in time. 3 versus 3, though, and they don't even know where they're finishing just yet. And now they have to be worried about them taking hell control, too.
Yeah, this is a difficult one to work with. A difficult one for, I think, both sides to really know how to react. And you take it outside. That's where you can reset to the neutral game. And hopefully try and find a different avenue of attack. Nays on the contact AWP is the big one for me, because we've got Sammy up top in heaven. He's periodically looking out on the site, looking out at heaven, and he will walk into the crosshair at the perfect time. Or, of course, the worst time, depending on whose team you're on. And now it remains on bajmi and Olymp, who are down on B, to recover things back. They're moving away.
Yeah, this is awkward. They assume that surely, right, if our A defense is gone, then that must mean they're going towards A. 15 seconds, they've stuck around. Oh, hang on. Yeah, this is really it. bajmi, he's going to go and look there. He's in behind. They're dead to rights. Both of them, surely. Oh, no, maybe not. 6 seconds. They lose track of him, and bajmi will win it out. I can't believe it. Inner Circle Academy, they continue going down towards B. Their best option would have been hitting towards the A side, but you can only know that with the benefit of hindsight. Tied game again.
Crazy stuff. I mean, well read. I suppose they just go and have like a little bit of a look towards Hell to see if that's where they ended up rotating in from. And then decided on the B-bomb site. Well done to stay together. Unfortunately, Inner Circle Academy, their own worst enemy. 10 extra seconds to get a cleaner clear going in. Just have someone watching behind, maybe. With that little time, everything becomes reactive. It's unfortunate. Big fine from Raiko to kick us off here as well. ESC. Ooh, coming back alive. Great touchdown nade to bring it into the 4-on-4.
Yeah, that's it. Nays. Yeah, bajmi, you are dead, brother. How does he get one, though? Never should have been able to get one. It's actually not terrible. Park. A little bit of damage. He's going to continue reclaiming this space. Samey seems ready and wary for it, though. 45 seconds. They still have a bit of time to mess around and look for some info, but it stays in the bomb here. Stays in the bomb who's back turned. You've just fought a guy in lockers. You got to expect the Heaven player, surely. If they don't, and that's the round. Nothing they can do here. Bomb dropped in Heaven. This one's all but done. That's a big oversight in a Circle Academy. You've just fought a guy lockers. Like, it's a very normal thing to rotate back in towards Heaven and play there. And also get his consolation kill. But that's it. Yeah, I think they are. They get like so close. I think the pressure is making them flustered.
Yeah. Same with the previous round, right? That last player, you know, they kind of knew where he was, and then the player looks away. That sort of tells me that the instincts were correct, the comms were wrong, and someone tells him that he's like in rafters, and yeah, it just goes to pot a little. So, getting messy. Getting very messy indeed. Now's not the time for that. You know, you're right at the tail end of the map. You don't have a lot of breathing room to work with. Just about able to scrape together a buy here, but it will be the last of the money in the coffers. Got to make this one work. Keep it even. What is the game plan? It's splitting things up slightly. So, outside execute. 2 trying to move fast. I think they should be able to do that. Not enough HEs out here to keep breaking these smokes. 1 down, unscathed. Second one is slightly tagged, but they do manage to get themselves down. It's all about the bomb. The catch was there for North. He's maybe missed it. And surely now he goes down. Indeed, he does. Right idea. Not quite the right execution. Guys, this is... Least Young does get him, but that is a dangerous trade style, you know, really quite late on it. Still man advantage for the CTs.
Unless there's some heroics here. No issue. Oh, it's super labored. Super labored. At these final hurdles in a Circle Academy. Oh, losing, and it ends up being a pretty decent round by ESC. To be perfectly honest, only a couple of casualties. I think coming back to your point that you brought up earlier, Harvey, mate, I really do think they are panicking. They're squandering chances, and they're kind of boiling over now. The pressure is getting to them. 11-9. 2 rounds ahead for ESC. 2 away from pushing us towards Anubis. That third and final map here to see who will be looking their spot in the play-in.
Miracle round required. I think they know it. Contact flash comes in. Olim for a couple. Drops down, calls on support.
Oh, wow.
Nothing happening. Meanwhile, there was an advanced position outside. That's why we were kind of looking there. And took down the player on top of Marshmallow as well. So absolutely nothing happening. And it all comes down to this. They opted to go for the rifle by 3 in a row. Going to be required to take us to OT.
I don't know about you. I don't have any belief anymore. With how these last 2 rounds have been, it feels like a side who have really lost their grip on this game. All right. Nice molly. Line that one up. I need to throw the wrong one. Right, go. Doesn't matter, though. He'll get his. There is one molly you can throw that blocks the smoke bounce, but that was definitely meant to be a molly to go all the way to blue box. Doesn't work, but Raiko, another before he falls. Diaka gets his. The spam through the smoke from Samey. Moonwalk walks through said smoke, and it's Nays caught off. ESC will close out their map pick of Nuke. Definitely worth mentioning that they're given a good run for their money, but in the end, all that matters is a map taken. And I think, you know, for this Inner Circle Academy side, there was some brilliant moments from them, and I think some real nice Counter-Strike to be had. But that tail end, you can see they lose track and they lose their grip on it. And they
pointed themselves that it ends up being like no contest when it was set to be really close. And then they had like this, you know, tough, it was like 3v2, unchecked angle. And then the unchecked player just, you know, won the round, really.
It's true. Last time they played this map, they won 16-14. So, you know, we'll take that. That was on an ESC or a FACEIT game or whatnot. So it's a map in which they're at least pugging a bit. So it means that the pracs, therefore, should be pretty solid. But yeah, at the same time, like we really don't know what to expect. And again, off the back of how they played in towards Nuke, I'm still leaning ESC. As much as Inner Circle Academy definitely won me over a little bit, like it's a completely different story here. T-side start for ESC as well, which I think they'll be very happy with.
Yeah, no, that is true. Straight up on the armor for the most part. Early little peek towards middle, nothing off the back of it. And they look set to go B. There's 4 players on B for Inner Circle Academy. They are prepared, to say the least. Utility will now roll in, as it was left for Olymp, actually, to get down. Flash comes over. Second one as well. Not going to matter too much, though. They walk straight into the meat grinder. Yeah. That smoke set up for, like, 1 player holding, but not the entire team or most of it. Absolutely brilliant.
Really, really well done. Couple of smiles creeping through there as well, which is what you want to see. A couple of giggles. But that's what it's about. I think for Inner Circle Academy now, give yourself a bit of a runway, right? On this CT side, give yourself a bit of headway over what we know can be quite a scary ESC team. And also, I think considering what we saw from the T side of Inner Circle Academy, where they kind of reap the desperation towards that tail end of the T side of Nuke, I think you want to make sure that you have some breathing room from your CT. If you can take a lead on this CT as well, considering this is the only T side map in the pool, that would be a huge thing to have. It's going to be a force buy for ESC. I think this force buy is very risky.
It's true. Big slam of the heads here. Oh my goodness. Oh man. Least Young crisp. Can he survive another? The answer is yes. Big round for him, the individual that they need popping off for sure, but it does seem good chat in between. The energy is up.
Yeah.
They're looking pretty well drilled, I think it's safe to say. Like everyone on their mice really like well, you know what I'm saying? Like just these early like frags looking very, very clean.
Agreed.
No mental coming into play, it feels.
Spot on. You know, that was the big thing we kind of worried about a little bit. You know, we've seen how emotional ESC can get, but at the same time, we've seen kind of maybe a bit of the highs and lows in the Circle Academy. I think they look quite dejected at that tail end of the previous map, and I was maybe a little worried that would creep in. Well, it hasn't. So, Maze and Raiko one apiece, but Sami's going to have a nice shot of his own. That's a rifle scooped up, and he tries to get a little fadeaway shot there. This is a little bit chaotic, though. They want to dive down into towards water, or they were tempted by it. But, you know, double pump to go back into towards mid, and Epoch. Oh, man, that is nice work from him. Under pressure, running low on ammo, too. Does very, very well. 3 kills to his name, and a cheeky grin there from him.
Okay, here we go, though. This is where it gets serious very, very quickly, right? The T side with the potential of just absolutely slamming through these opening rounds. We'll see. In the Circle Academy at the moment in the ascendancy and looking fantastic. Can they replicate the early energy into this rifle? What the hell is going on? Bajmi out on B. Just goes into con. I don't know what to make of that. He's gone wild. Meanwhile, the AWP will find one. He's going to be smoked off now, but They'll be happy with the trade back for now. They just feel confident about this B site, and rightfully so.
Lead down, Epoch is ticked from Dark, and he's a known quantity. He's going to get spammed down. Same here, Moonwalk, heavy on the swing, heavy on the find. Numbers favor them. As bomb goes down, unless they get a quick kill towards Moonwalk here, it's going to be a tough one to try and have a look into. Oh, knee spotted. Swing. Oh, and there's nearly 2 on the cards there. They're both so low, but Naze can't get the shot required. They were both really low there. But ESC finally get on the board.
Yeah, big find for them. So Inner Circle Academy need to shut them down fast. Not going to have the best of weaponry to do that with. But yeah, things get interesting as ESC find that. I think that they may well be able to remain pretty strong on this T side and finding another opener here. Naze was trying to back his man, trying to get the gun back now. Okay, 5-7. On the edge of the smoke, maybe the perfect weapon for it, right? Short barrel, quick to the head. Around this smoke, he's thinking about more, but he will take the safe angle to back off. Smoke goes down. Least Young 1, able to get away. Hands on the AK now, and bring around the rosy for this one as well. We had a funny moment with that earlier. This is not quite as funny, a bit more serious. Can he find another kill? Becomes the question. And he really does want to fight here for sure. Orp is up mid. What the hell is going on in this round, man? They're so all over the place.
Creeping their way forward. It's kind of like intertwined in a way. Like the CTs have pushed quite heavily, but in doing so, you know, you can even see like North's just wrapped outside of main, but that'll give them the runway to be. And a move through mid, they've kind of traded places there. Bomb will get planted. Tap on towards it. A safe plant as well. And Norvs, yeah, you may double back, but Moonwalk's also then going to push himself. Oh my god, this is so wild. Spotted on the flank. bajmi will see him off. Moonwalk gets his, and then that's the round flipped. Now back into a 2 versus 2 with aggro positions. Moonwalk gets another of his final few bullets, and it's all on Diaka. Bomb is planted for ESC here as well, so this should be a second on the board for the Polish side.
Oh,
yeah,
Diaka
out.
A bit desperate for it, really, as he rotates the util. ESC standing pretty damn strong. And looking good as the guns have come into play. That initial spice that I think Inner Circle Academy had in some of their shots, the bite to their bark, maybe has been disproved. At least for now. Going to be the eco coming out. Should be an even up of the scoreline. And ESC with the T side of Anubis, this is what I talked about, really could start smashing the score, opening up these bomb sites. Oh, funky. Olim's got an idea of one in the smoke. Maybe heard the footstep as he was blind. I think the flash may well have clipped him, actually. Nonetheless, bomb going to go down. Round is in the bag. Just all a question of making some money, denying any kills away.
Oh. Max 10 scooped up. I don't think it survives. He just crosses the perilous position of mid, and Ipok was setting himself up for a nice spot there, but being held by Moonwalk. And that'll be that. It will just be a Mac 10 save. They're going to have a buy-in towards the next round anyway, so...
Terrorists win.
I don't even know if it gets used. You got to scoop up the extra little bit of a deagle as well. 3-all though, ESC rapidly have reclaimed the control here in this game.
Yeah, but we do have another buy round coming back in Inner Circle Academy, looking to give us their first with the rifles. Do they have that deeper strat book to work from. It's one of the things on Anubis. I think you can tell with CT side, some good coordinated aggression can be a really big difference maker. I mean, break open the smoke. Epoch does well to find one, honestly. He was absolutely dead to rights. But he does take one before he falls. And that allows the rest of the team to maybe pick up the pieces here. Some good nade damage. And looking for a way back in. There was some A aggression that came in, by the way, but didn't really net all that much for the CT side.
Ooh. Swam doesn't do a lot of damage, but it gains information at least. Nice young. Nice shot from him. Will catch Sammy. Molly gonna get extinguished by the smoke too. They're out in mid. All in for one. He's playing around the doors. He'll catch Lies Young as well. That's a great move from Olymp. Really, really well done. Numbers go back in favor. They're only briefly back into 2 versus 2. Olymp looking for more. And with the support of Ryko, they'll get it. 1 versus 2. B side's open.
Indeed, bomb plant going to come in here. As Diaka left in the clutch, and it certainly is doable for him. Oh, man. Ryko's got him, though. Lovely angle to take him down. He will be punished for the slow walk, not peeking into that angle, as maybe he should have. All the same, ESC now going to take the lead, and just looking really, really dominant. This could get very one-sided very quickly, winning out a lot of the crunchy moments. Those difficult clutch-type situations seem to be going their way pretty well.
You see, they're building up a decent repertoire on this T side. Smoking towards the peak of the angle, and a pot flash going to come through towards A. No one's here. Gamble Stack had come through for Inner Circle Academy. Epoch will rotate over, but completely alone in that endeavor. Lies Young to Sammy holding for the flank. This round's all but done. I mean, it was already done by the Gamble Stack being in the wrong place, but with the first flank courts, that'll confirm things. Epoch doesn't look up, but he doesn't get checked. He might have actually bajmi dead to rights here, and he does. Not the second, though. Now straight from Olymp. They're coming through heaven. They have crossed. The hacker is keeping eyes trained on this. They're giving this a late look in. Oh, it's unlucky for Iconaut to get both. Sammy will. He's so low, Sammy, but there's no kit for Norths. And that'll be that. ESC. Find 5.
We'll get the kill on the way out.
True.
So at least there's that. It ends up being costly and saved. Oh, M4. Not the AK that he was really desperately looking for there. All the same, ESC keep it coming, and another difficult moment, another big moment that they're able to win out in, despite how close it comes. So Inner Circle Academy knocking on the door for sure. I feel like one of these rounds, one of these days is going to go their way. So you have to kind of change things up on the ESC side, I would say. Lock them out, dominate this round, and just kill that momentum.
Ryko. Good position for him to hold. As that smoke fades. So I was going to say, as that smoke fades into his E-box, his barrel will start to peek around, but they'll re-smoke it for him. We'll just jiggle peeking to expect main aggression. He doesn't need to do so anymore as Ryko goes searching.
You want to make a play in A main for sure. Oh,
nice nade.
Mid control coming in. Reading it well. That with the A advancement, there might be something going on in mid. They don't fully dedicate to mid. They're really trying to draw these A main players out. Olymp with a quick look. Does go down. Moonwalk also falling as it's actually the T side now looking in towards A main. Can they best the numbers? No, they can't. Sammy catches, you know, a reloading player, but ultimately, so probably not going to happen for him. Yeah, he didn't know how close they were. I guess he's trying to find like utility in the bomb and stuff like that. Inner Circle Academy with their first one in a while, but their first rifle as well.
And it's good now. And, you know, it's a good round to take because, I mean, more important than anything, it is just, for the most part, inexpensive. Only a couple of kills. You're not too upset with that. Can they use this to springboard a little bit for the tail end of this half? Once again, we've mentioned it before, but check out our wonderful partners at Lorgar. The banners are down below, worth going to click on it, but they've got all your gaming needs over there, and a giveaway as well that you can enter depending on what region you're from. But if you're from any of the regions that are involved in this tournament, you should be okay. Sadly, we cannot, but you might be able to. Plenty of cool things to win. New PC, gaming chair, even a racing rig as well.
Pretty cool. Like I was saying the other day, I think the racing rig, definitely what I would be after. You know? Then I'd never have to dream about having a crazy expensive car, I guess.
Yeah.
Just got one in your room, bro.
Me when I'm driving my dream Aston Martin Vantage.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
James Bond car.
Yeah, of course. Classic. I like a good Mustang. You know, like a 60s, 70s muscle car kind of vibe. Decent Molotov here. A lot of chip damage done into ESC, so the B hit becomes more and more telegraphed, and it does feel pretty confident in the Circle Academy with barely any time left. Straight up trades coming in. Lee Young forced into the open, and Samey does well. Really great map he is having. I don't know if you want to go for this. I think potentially just a save angle. It's going to screw your recon. The nade. Yes, it's done. Will be a 4 versus 2 now. Again, still pretty low HP bars. ESC have to be careful, but even with that kill from Diaka, they're going to back away. Yeah.
Just make sure not to overfight there. That'll be that. So, a 2-round buffer. It's worst case scenario, that tied game at the half, which is already pretty good to get on the T side. Like we said, this is a T-sided map, so you kind of want to be taking a lead in the way ESC are kind of posturing up now. That feels pretty likely to be had. In the Circle Academy, they're not bad on this map, but you can just see at the moment they're not at that same level just yet. ESC have got a few more tricks up their sleeve, which is making this T-side sing, and it's becoming an issue.
Needs to open up. Could be exactly what Inner Circle Academy needed. They start off very, very well indeed into this particular round. Got to be able to convert now. Well, you do start to worry. Bomb's going to be recovered. They're looking to group up together. ESC ultimately with an A finish. Circle Academy trying to clear out. Make sure that there's no one hiding close con. They're really set on holding B on this CT side of things. They will start to slowly rotate a player around, and timing could be good for it. Take some pressure off of Ipok, who's watching mid. Great timing on that smoke. They're still going to go straight into the Lion's Den here. Not sure how we feel about this. There's a lot of smokes down on this site, though. It gets very confusing in here. Very chaotic indeed. bajmi with a kill, but instantly dealt with. And it's Reiko against 4. Looking to take any damage that he possibly can, headed into the final round of this half, but not going to happen for him. And in the Circle Academy, 5 rounds, pretty respectable already on your CT side.
Yeah, you get one more as well. You actually be really happy with this. It puts you in a position where it's still serious pressure on towards ESC. It's a very evenly matched game. Not only in terms of the scoreline, but the way in which these rounds are won and played out. And pretty difficult to predict. And not actually how the previous 2 maps have played. There's kind of been these distinct leads that have come through the previous 2 maps. This one, Still feels like it's anybody's game. And see a look at the buy here, actually, for the T side. Under pressure. Pistol pulled out. He's actually trying to get away, and he does. They're walking straight in towards Young. Oh my god, actually, they might know that that wasn't the guy they fought earlier. It was Naze who was bursting the AWP with the initial kill. And in all of this carnage, bajmi snuck out, but now he's all that's left.
Yeah, finds himself all alone. Bomb to recover. He's being watched from a crazy angle there on the AWP. 6-6. He can be very happy. Again, with the way that it was looking, I think Inner Circle Academy will probably look really happy with that. You know, it was like, okay, they're just not going to get any guns, not going to get any rifles, not looking good. But different story. They are able to recover. Really well done. As they're looking to do a little bit more of that moving into this next round and into this second half. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Advanced position.
So let's be
North's
careful
is
here.
under threat. But it gives them a good amount of information, so they really have a lot of options in terms of where they want to go.
Samey's hightailing it, but it's the old bait and switch. He's trying to draw them in towards bajmi. Can only get one. They are relentless in a Circle Academy. My God, what a T-side pistol round here. The amount of map coverage they get is wild. Meanwhile, the last man, you just run the bomb all the way towards A. Now up on high lies Young will die. Let's not overplay our cards here. It's a good timing on that smoke. They'll have to dive through, and he dives straight into North. Yeah, that's a really nice pistol from Inner Circle Academy. They are so good at covering so much of the map in such a short amount of time, and you can really see the panic there on ESC.
Yeah. Pretty well recovered, to be honest. I thought positionally ESC were probably going to get the better of them, but not the case. So big pistol to be picking up. T-side starts well. Inner Circle Academy looking for that play-in spot, getting it early and not having to face off against the tedious mix KS. A difficult team to contend with at the best of times. And a really big scalp to be taken here. If they can drop ESC, they might think the sky is the limit for a tournament like this. Looking good against the pistols. A few more to find, but those early couple have probably done enough to net them the round in the near future, he says. Moonwalk on the Deagle, always going to be scary. He's got a lovely angle at camera, of course. They actually do give him the respect, which is a bit mental. Okay. Dead to rights on the reapproach, but yeah, I thought for a moment, I was like, oh, I don't know about this, guys. You know, you're letting him reset and make a few more decisions, not just have to react and land those quick shots.
Yeah. Well, timeout taken. ESC. Feeling on top of this pressure. I'm assuming it's their timeout. No, funny enough, not. In the Circle Academy. Timeout from a position of strength for them. Hip-hop getting vocal and now for Icy, you've got a 2-round buffer. You know this is going to be this full buy coming into play. You overcome this, and ESC are in a lot of trouble.
Just utility down at the moment. A lot out on towards that B-bomb site, actually, very, very early on. So ESC trying to get the read, trying to come up with a few ideas here. Looks like a heavy bolster towards mid, and that's fair enough. Inner Circle Academy have been hitting that an awful lot, but they missed the timing this time. It's a bit quicker than usual, so they're not necessarily expecting it. bajmi, though, they'll go railing on into him. He loses his teammate. Has he done enough? Nobody else available to chime in and help him out. North's on 3 HP, gets the molly down to just give him that space to get out and get the bomb plant. Goodness me, it is really all to play for here. Smoke comes in. Reiko going to go straight through that. He's been spotted now. And surely the 2 versus 1 going to be a bit too much for him. We'll see. Forced out into the open and just denied as Diaka takes it down. 9-2-6. As close as it comes.
Huge round to get. Really is. You got to back Reiko in spots like that as well, especially because of the series he's had. He's been the best performing player for ESC before heading in towards this third map, but he's quieting down here and can't convert that one. So 9-6. The rebuy for ESC is a loss, and Inner Circle getting alarmingly close now. We still have an investment in for the CT side. Argument to be made here, though, Scriv, that this actually could be kind of like make or break in a way, right? You full sport here. If you lose this as 10, and then the 11 should be given over, you're buying to survive in the game as your next true actual full buy is the do or die. So this has to be some foundation. You have to get something in this round. And to even force buy in after a lost full buy is a big risk too.
Yeah, it is true. However, they don't care. They think it's an eco. Oh, no. They've walked right into the trap now. They've not read it properly. An ESC with the crazy buy here have absolutely demolished them. Left them with egg on their face. They go flying through the molly. Bomb in hand. What a disaster. Just going to be North's remaining. He's the only one to have found a kill as well. Does get a couple, but that's to no avail, and that could be a really telling round. Inner Circle Academy not respecting.
That could be pivotal. Really good. Like you said, they were expecting, as much as we were, that, you know, to initially be that low buy, and the fact that it wasn't seriously hurt. Because again, like, you know, the previous rounds, despite them being successful for Inner Circle Academy, they came at a cost. And it means that the buy-in towards this one in response is awkward. You got one rifle to work with. A Hero AK for Diaka. Some upgraded pistols. Not a nice spot to be in. Looks like they attempted to dive in towards A here. Get in front of the CT smoke. Oh my god, that's not the way to start. That is that Hero AK getting off to a flyer. The flash. I don't even know who flashed that. It might have even been Diaka. But still flash. The Hero AK is living up to the name as it heroically gets 3 to open up A. And I think ESC have to just save here.
Wow. I mean, it's crazy. Inner Circle Academy able to give them a taste of their own medicine. And again, showing why they really are in this conversation. They are not bested. They are not down and out. It's great to see. It's crazy to see in the same vein, though, from a team like this, that they're able to create these moments. Reiko. Up top. Here's him come in. I'm just going to take what comes at him, really. And they'll give him the space. They'll make sure to save as much as they can. Indeed, those Anubis bomb radiuses not all that egregious at all as compared to some maps. Nonetheless, double digits for Inner Circle Academy and completely shutting ESC down in a big, big way.
What a response. With that kind of buy too. Diaka. Fantastic work from him. Feels like another one where you sort of have no right to be making a round like that stick, but you do, and well, in doing so, once again, 3 rounds ahead. 3 away now from the series and booking your spot into the play-ins. so unbelievably close.
All to play for, 1 minute and 20 on the clock, and in the Circle Academy, it feels like most of them are barely out of T-spawn. Creeping in, break of the smoke, and I think he was like just behind the one pillar of the smoke that did not get broken, which is kind of crazy. Flash goes in as they look to respond. Oh man, the spray down is a messy one. Putting it nicely, stacked on top of each other. This is a deadly setup to get through. The molly comes in, the peak is early. In the Circle Academy, again, feeling kind of nervy. The MAC-10 distracting away, though, as they reaggressed in con. Rotations are still here. Another 3 versus 3 with low HP bars does not look bad for ESC. A miracle headshot needed. Who can deliver it for Inner Circle Academy, if at all anybody? And yeah, they are just hanging out. 20 seconds. Not a lot of time at all. Molotov comes in. Flash off the back of it. Got to get going now. 10 seconds. I mean, Norths was just never really feeling this. He does get the peak come his way. It's just not going to happen, though. No time. Nate doesn't finish off Samey, and he will take the AK out. I feel Norths has maybe got to move in and just send it if you're going for the round, bro.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like you kind of got to just commit there. ESC, time ends up being their best friend. Back and forth, these last 4. Keeping this in arm's reach, and also still kind of keeping this T-side economy really at bay. It's, you know, whoever gets this sort of back-to-back round, bit of consistency in a sense. Argue puts you in that position where breaks the other's economy, shores up yours, and that'll be that springboard, that catalyst that you require. Molly down, lies young, just about far enough away that it won't tick. Taking a swing. Lies young goes for a pop shot. There's a player on towards pillar they've got to be careful of. Moonwalk's kind of stuck in. Needs the smoke and the flash to allow him out. Samey swings and clears. All 3 of them swing out from here, and in doing so, they're actually going to cancel now in a Circle Academy on the A here.
Try and reaggress towards B. It's going to be prepared, though, isn't it? They're just so ready. ESC fully in the ascendancy. They can deny the bomb plant away. This would be huge. Small spam, but Samey knows cannot go down here. Make noise moving away. He goes back in. Flash comes round. Oh, it's not quite there. They might still be able to find him, though. A 1-for-1 trade. The AK trying to burst in here. Not going to happen. And it's North who finds himself alone again. He will be denied. So barely any damage taken. We are now in the first of many key rounds towards the tail end.
One round game 2. This is dicey. I mean, it should be tied up. Let's see. We've not even got that bailout of kind of Diaka on the hero AK in this one. Norths gonna start off by dying to bajmi, who was ready for that fight immediately.
This is kind of wild, honestly. Samey in a key spot. But yeah, I don't know. In the Circle Academy again, some of the nerves coming into play. Nice trade. Oh, okay. Jumping 1 tap. Not fully 100 HP, but still pretty nice. AK out.
Oh
my
on.
God.
Is that jumping 1 tap going to lead to this round?
My God.
They're going to get a plot at the very least. And they've got 3 kills already. and they're set up in a really advanced post-plant position here. You've got one player on towards the site who's dead to rights. The other two, you can see they kind of expect and understand where they could be if Oko will fall, and so will Diaka. God, that's worryingly close. Credit to Inner Circle Academy. That was pretty scary.
I think you could have won it from there, honestly. It's not like a sure thing. They just have, like, no utility. It's a little bit misplayed, losing track and just not considering the camera players, the planter especially. I think just get the bomb down and hide. Try not to go down. That's crazy work. The fade, that is a full basketball shot, bro. Like, fading away. Absolutely crazy. Don't know what to say. Don't know what to make of it.
Nice.
Here we are then.
Just waiting. I think they're going to double pump back in towards the A site. You know, you got close in towards that one with lesser weaponry. Why not give it another look in? Double mollies down, though. I mean, they're drawing out a lot of this A site utility. It's not exactly like they've committed, but they've not shown presence anywhere else. It's all up on the angle here as well. The same, you can even get one and then just stay alive. That's all he needs to do in a spot like this. Molly's going to force him out of position, though. There we go. Gets his one. Smoke down. That'll keep him alive. And buy time. These are the things you're asking of Sammy. That's exactly what he's doing. That swing from Diaka is diabolically good. And he catches one. But Samy's still here being a menace. Epoch's got a double. Oh. Hang on. Naze is going to go for one himself. And Naze makes it two. What an A-pop from Inner Circle Academy. They claw back the lead.
Yeah, really big find. Just waking them up, I suppose, losing out and, you know, a run of rounds in a row, coming close on the lower buy. They really put their chips in. There was 2 lower buy rounds in a row. They had, like, hero AK thing going on, but ultimately they had theoretically conceded a couple. They make that rifle buy work. Again, some crazy individual moments that are matching up, that are looking good in places and consistently for Inner Circle Academy, which is an aspect that I wasn't sure that they would be able to work with and have the upper hand at times. So you see the buyback in, ESC battling for survival here, trying to deny that 12th away with what is less than ideal buy. The AWP, though, still kicking. Still here to make itself known. And Inner Circle Academy are a man down.
This game, honestly, kind of has that slight scent of OT, right? Just because of this back and forth nature about it. Every time one makes a move, the response so immediate. Moonwalk here with the MP9. He's trying to invite impression. Naze is... waiting. Bought a lot of time here, but it says to open things up. Moonwalk gets a little starved of info to go searching for it.
Oh, that is a really big find. Just the corner of Olim sticking out. Maybe like a 10th of the character model, but it's enough for the orbit to work with. Reiko low. I think you just save here, man. Indeed. He can't make it into A main. The key flank is just not going to happen. And they will have active exits. Honestly, I really do think you need to be saving. Reiko can't make it out. He went too deep behind enemy lines. The remaining 2, though, stacked up on top of each other, as we talked about a few times. Anubis pretty tough to save on.
Yeah, it's just because it's not long, it's wide, and because of that, there's not as many cubbies to tuck yourself into. North sticks around just to make sure there's no late dive. He's got enough health that he can survive in towards main. Nay bother. Mapping series point, Inner Circle Academy. The upset about to come true. ESC my favorites for this entire play-ins, or for the play-ins, for this entire qualifier, and we're about to go in towards the lower bracket, it seems. Inner Circle Academy are really on a heater. And also a fantastic map. The Hackers looked incredible, especially that Hero AK round. So it matters all the more worse. You just look at this buy for ESC. 1 AWP, an M4, and 3 MP9s. Barely any utility. And even worse than that, we've got, what, 2 kits. It's going to be dicey. How about a team kill? Moonwalk is only tagged Olive, really, in that instance. That is awkward to see. Oh, that's ugly. That is ugly. Moonwalk, he does get a kill for it, but it's that team kill that's killer. But bajmi's still going to get one. So the bomb doesn't go down here. 2 versus 3, but there's still favors. I see Academy. Naze is posted on the side. Swing down below. It's a lightning fast reaction and a double. Inner Circle Academy. What a series from them and a celebration. Epoch is happy.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you would be, wouldn't you? It's a hard-fought battle. It looked pretty dire. What, we were 10-8?
Yeah.
Then they take this, like, sort of 2 soft buy rounds in a row.